Imagine you are in a cozy room. The world outside is growing dark. You hear a soft sound. It is a single drop of rain. It lands on a leaf just outside your window. Soon, another drop joins it, then another and another. A gentle pattern begins to form. This is the start of a rainfall symphony. The sound is not loud, it is not demanding. It is a quiet, peaceful invitation to rest. The sound wraps around you like a warm blanket. It tells your mind that it is time to slow down. The day is ending and the world is being washed clean. This is nature's lullaby, a soft and steady tune played just for you. This gentle music has a profound effect on our state of mind. Each tiny tap of a raindrop is a note in a larger, beautiful composition. The sound is simple, yet it holds a deep complexity. It is a sound of life, of nourishment for the earth. Hearing it connects us to something ancient and fundamental. Our bodies have an old, built-in memory of this sound. It signals safety and shelter. When the rain comes, the hunt is over. The work in the fields is done. It is time to gather inside, to be still, and to find comfort. This feeling is not something we learn from a book. It is a part of our human story, a deep and instinctual response to the call of nature. The experience of listening to the rain is a full sensory journey. You might smell the fresh scent of the wet earth, a smell called petrichor. You might feel the air grow cooler and cleaner. The visual world outside your window softens as the rain creates a gentle blur. All of these sensations work together. They create a perfect environment for relaxation and sleep. The focus shifts from the sharp, clear details of the day to a softer, more blended reality. Your mind is given permission to let go of its worries and its endless lists of tasks. The rain takes over, providing a simple, singular focus that is both engaging and deeply calming. This natural symphony provides a gentle transition from the state of being awake to the state of being asleep. It is not an abrupt switch, like turning off a light. Instead, it is a gradual descent into tranquility. The rain does not demand your attention, it simply offers its presence. As you listen, your breathing may start to slow down, matching the steady rhythm of the drops. Your muscles may begin to release their tension. The constant soft percussion is predictable and safe. It assures your brain that there are no sudden threats, no alarms to be aware of. It is simply the sound of the world settling down for the night, and it invites you to do the same. Our brains love patterns. A predictable rhythm is very calming for our minds. Think about a rocking chair or a gentle swing. The steady back and forth motion is soothing. The sound of rain works in a very similar way. It is not a single jarring noise. It is a continuous stream of sound that has a consistent, steady rhythm. This rhythm is predictable. The brain hears this steady pattern and understands that there is no danger. It does not need to be on high alert. This sense of safety allows the brain to switch off its fight or flight response, which is often active during times of stress. The rain's rhythm is a signal to relax. This steady sound helps to lower brainwave activity. When we are awake and busy, our brains produce fast brainwaves called beta waves. To fall asleep, our brains need to slow down and produce alpha waves, and then even slower theta and delta waves for deep sleep. The constant, non-threatening sound of rain helps encourage this transition. It gives the mind a simple, repetitive focus. Instead of thinking about the day's events or worrying about tomorrow, the brain can tune into the gentle patter of the rain. This focus helps to quiet the internal chatter that so often keeps us awake at night. The brain essentially synchronizes with the calming rhythm of nature. The sound of rain is a form of what scientists sometimes call pink noise. Pink noise is special because it has a perfect balance of high and low frequencies. It sounds more balanced and natural to the human ear than white noise, which can sometimes sound a bit harsh, like radio static. The sound of a steady rainfall is a perfect example of pink noise. It is full and deep, covering a wide range of tones. This fullness is what makes it so effective at calming the brain. It is interesting enough to hold our attention gently, but monotonous enough not to stimulate the brain into full wakefulness. It is the ideal audio companion for a mind-seeking rest. Furthermore, this natural rhythm helps to regulate our internal systems. The calming effect is not just in our heads, it has a physical impact on our bodies. Listening to a steady, gentle rainfall can help to lower our heart rate. It can also help to slow our breathing. These physiological changes are essential for falling asleep and staying asleep. When our body is in a state of calm, it sends signals to the brain that it is safe to power down for the night. The rain symphony is not just a psychological trick. It is a powerful tool that helps our entire system, mind and body, prepare for a night of deep, restorative sleep. The sound of rain acts like a protective blanket of sound. It covers you, shielding you from other noises that might disturb your sleep. This concept is known as sound masking. Imagine you are trying to sleep in a silent room. Even the smallest sound, like a floorboard creaking upstairs or a distant car horn, can seem very loud. These sudden, sharp noises can easily pull you out of a light sleep. They alert your brain to a potential change in the environment, causing you to wake up. A silent room is not always the best environment for sleep because it makes every little sound stand out. The quietness can actually make you more sensitive to disturbances. This is where the power of pink noise, like the sound of rain, becomes so important. The constant and broad sound of rainfall fills the entire auditory space. It creates a consistent sonic background. When a sudden noise occurs, like a door slamming, it is blended into the larger soundscape of the rain. It does not stand out as much. The rain masks the disruptive sound. Your brain, already accustomed to the steady patter of the rain, is less likely to register the new sound as a threat or a reason to wake up. It is like trying to see a single candle flame in a brightly lit room. It is much harder to notice than a candle flame in a completely dark room. The consistency of the rainfall sound is key to its effectiveness as a sound blanket. It does not have sudden changes in volume or pitch. It is a stable, unwavering presence throughout the night. This stability trains your brain to ignore auditory information while you sleep. Over the course of the night, your brain learns that this sound is safe and continuous. Therefore, it is less likely to be disturbed by minor variations in the acoustic environment. This allows you to progress through the different stages of sleep, from light sleep to deep sleep and REM sleep, without being constantly pulled back to the surface of wakefulness by random noises from inside or outside your home. Think of it as creating a smooth, even surface for your hearing. In a quiet room, the auditory surface is full of peaks and valleys, where any small sound creates a huge spike. The sound of rain smooths out that surface. It raises the baseline level of sound in a gentle, pleasant way. This makes the peaks of other noises much smaller and less significant in comparison. This is why many people find they can sleep through events that would normally wake them, such as a partner snoring or traffic noise from the street, when they have the soothing sound of rain filling their room. It is a natural, simple, and highly effective way to protect your precious sleep. Our modern world is filled with sounds that are not designed for sleep. We live with the constant hum of refrigerators, the chime of notifications on our phones, and the distant wail of sirens. These are the sounds of a society that never truly sleeps. Our brains, however, are still wired for a much quieter, more natural world. The sounds of modern life are often sharp, high-pitched, and irregular. They are specifically designed to get our attention. A text message alert is meant to pull you out of whatever you are doing. A car alarm is designed to be impossible to ignore. These sounds are the enemies of good sleep. The symphony of rainfall provides a powerful and natural antidote to these modern interruptions. It creates a buffer between your sleeping mind and the noisy world outside. The broad spectrum of frequencies in a rainstorm is particularly good at masking the high-frequency sounds that are most likely to startle us awake. The gentle, continuous shushing sound of the rain can absorb the sharp beep of a microwave or the clang of a neighbor's garbage can. It does not eliminate these sounds entirely, but it softens their edges. It integrates them into a larger, non-threatening auditory landscape, making them far less likely to disrupt your sleep cycles. This process of sound masking is crucial for people who live in noisy environments, such as apartments in a busy city. For these individuals, true silence is a luxury they rarely experience. The night can be filled with the sounds of traffic, late-night revelers, or the operational noises of a large building. Trying to sleep in such an environment can be a constant battle. Using the sound of rain, whether from a recording or an app, allows these individuals to reclaim their auditory space. They can create a consistent and peaceful sonic bubble around themselves, a sanctuary where the harsh sounds of the city are muffled and less intrusive. This natural sound shield does more than just block out noise. It replaces it with something restorative. Instead of your brain being on edge, listening for the next unpredictable sound, it is bathed in a sound that promotes relaxation. This shift is incredibly important for the quality of your sleep. It allows you to spend more time in the deeper, more restorative stages of sleep, such as slow-wave sleep. This is the stage where your body does most of its physical repair and your brain consolidates memories. By masking the interruptions of the modern world, the sound of rain does not just help you fall asleep. It helps you achieve the kind of deep sleep that is essential for your health and well-being. For a sound to be truly relaxing and, really conducive to sleep, it must be continuous and uninterrupted. Imagine you are drifting off to the gentle sound of a forest rainstorm. Your breathing has slowed, your muscles are relaxed, and you are on the verge of deep sleep. Suddenly, a loud, energetic voice bursts in, trying to sell you a mattress or a car. The spell is broken instantly. Your heart rate might jump, your body tenses up, and you are pulled back into full wakefulness. This is the problem with using many free apps or online videos for sleep sounds. The sudden interruption of an advertisement is honestly the exact opposite of what your brain needs to fall asleep. An ad-free environment is not just a preference, it is a necessity for effective sleep therapy. The promise of an unbroken stream of sound is critical. When you choose a source for your rain sounds, you are making a pact with it. You are trusting it to provide a safe, consistent auditory background for the entire night. The insertion of an ad violates that trust. It introduces an element of unpredictability and stress into an experience that is supposed to be about safety and calm. Your brain can no longer fully relax because a part of it may remain on alert, subconsciously waiting for the next jarring interruption. This can prevent you from reaching the deepest stages of sleep. The best sleep experiences come from sources that are dedicated solely to relaxation and rest. These could be high-quality recordings you own, specialized sleep machines, or premium subscription apps that guarantee an ad-free experience. When you know for certain that the soothing sound of rain will continue without any breaks for the entire 8 hours, your mind can truly let go. It does not have to guard against potential disruptions. This feeling of security is a powerful sleep aid in itself. It allows the conscious, analytical part of your brain to quiet down, giving the more primitive, sleep-regulating parts of your brain the space to do their work. Therefore, when creating your sleep sanctuary, it is, vital to choose your sound source carefully. The goal is to create a seamless, predictable, and peaceful environment. An ad-free stream of rain sounds delivers on this promise. It is a tool designed with a single purpose: to help you sleep. It respects the delicate process of falling asleep and understands that consistency is paramount. By ensuring your chosen rainfall symphony is pure and uninterrupted, you are giving yourself one of the greatest gifts for a good night's rest. The gift of unwavering peace and the certainty that your journey into sleep will be a smooth and gentle one. Many people believe that complete silence is the ideal condition for sleep. However, for a lot of us, a perfectly silent room can actually feel a bit unsettling. Our sense of hearing keeps working even when we're asleep, acting almost like a nighttime sentinel. In a silent environment, every tiny, unexpected noise gets magnified. The hum of a refrigerator kicking on, the house settling, or even a cough from the next room can suddenly feel loud and, honestly, a little alarming. This heightened sensitivity keeps the brain just lightly on edge, making it tough to sink into those deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. Our brain is constantly trying to interpret these sudden sounds, basically asking, is that a threat? A constant, gentle sound like rain, though, creates a much more stable auditory environment. It sets a baseline of noise that's both soothing and predictable. This is what's called a sound floor. By gently raising the ambient sound level, rain helps make those smaller noises less noticeable. They just don't stand out as much. Instead, they get absorbed into the broader soundscape. This kind of stability reassures the brain, letting it know the environment is safe and unchanging, so it can finally relax. Think of it like this. Walking barefoot on a perfectly smooth, quiet floor, you feel every tiny pebble or grain of sand. But on a textured rug, those little imperfections disappear. The constant sound of rain is like a textured rug for your ears, offering a consistent sensory input that masks those minor, irrelevant details. It's especially helpful for people who struggle with tinnitus, where a ringing in the ears feels much louder in a silent room. Rain sounds can mask that internal noise and honestly, provide some real relief. This is also why a sudden transition from sound to silence can be just as disruptive as the other way around. If you fall asleep to a rain recording that shuts off after an hour, that sudden silence can actually wake you up because your brain had gotten used to the rain. Its sudden absence feels like a big change, and the brain might interpret it as a sign that something's wrong. For the most effective sleep aid, the sound should be continuous all night, offering a steady cradle of sound from the moment you fall asleep right up until you're ready to wake. Creating the perfect environment for sleep is a really personal journey, and sound is one of its most important elements. To build your own rain sanctuary, you first need to find the right type of rain sound for you. Not all rain is the same after all. Some people love the soft, gentle patter of a light drizzle on leaves, while others find comfort in the steady, heavier rhythm of a downpour on a tin roof. There's rain in a forest, rain on a tent, or even rain tapping against a window pane. It's a good idea to experiment with different rain recordings until you find the one that feels most calming and natural to you. The goal is to pick a sound you can listen to for hours, without it ever becoming irritating. Once you've found your favorite rain sound, it's time to choose the right device to play it on. While your phone or tablet can work, they come with distractions, notifications, and that temptation to check social media just one more time. A dedicated sound machine is often a better choice, since it's designed for one thing, producing high-quality, continuous sound without loops or interruptions. Plus, it doesn't have a bright screen that could disrupt your melatonin production. If you do use your phone, make sure to turn on Do Not Disturb mode and place the screen face down, so your environment stays dark and peaceful. The quality of the speaker matters too. A tinny, low-quality speaker can actually make the sound more annoying than relaxing. The volume is another critical factor. It shouldn't be too loud. The whole point is to create a gentle, ambient background, not to overwhelm your senses. Ideally, the volume is just loud enough to mask other potential disturbances, but quiet enough that you can easily tune it out and let your mind drift. You should be able to hold a quiet conversation over it without raising your voice. Start with a low volume and gradually increase it until you find that sweet spot where the sound is present and comforting, but not intrusive. This perfect balance will help lull you into sleep, not keep you awake. Finally, make this sound practice part of a consistent bedtime routine. Your sanctuary isn't just about the sound itself, but about the ritual you build around it. About 30 minutes before you plan to sleep, dim the lights, put away your electronic devices, and turn on your rain sounds. This signals to your brain that the day is ending and it's time to wind down. By consistently pairing the sound of rain with your bedtime routine, You'll strengthen the association between that sound and a state of deep relaxation. Over time, just hearing the first few drops of your chosen rainfall will be enough to start calming you, gently guiding you into your personal sanctuary of rest. The connection between the sound of water and a state of rest is deeply woven into our psychology and biology. From our earliest moments, we're surrounded by fluid, rhythmic sounds in the womb. The constant whoosh of our mother's blood flow and the steady beat of her heart are our very first experiences of the world. These sounds mean safety, security, and nourishment. The sound of gentle rainfall is thought to echo these primal, comforting sounds, tapping into a subconscious memory of a time when we were completely protected and at peace. That's what makes it such a powerful, instinctual trigger for relaxation. Throughout human history, fresh water has always meant life and security. People built settlements near rivers and lakes, and the sound of flowing water signaled a place of sustenance and safety. Rain meant crops would grow and the land would be replenished. These positive associations are wired into our collective consciousness. So when we hear rain, it speaks to a very old part of our brain, assuring us we're in a place of abundance and safety. This deep sense of security can help dissolve anxiety and stress, two big barriers to falling asleep. Plus, water is naturally cleansing and purifying. The act of rain washing the world clean carries a powerful symbolic meaning. Listening to rain can create a psychological feeling of being cleansed of the day's worries and mental clutter. It really does feel like a fresh start. This mental reset is so helpful when you're trying to fall asleep. Instead of carrying the stress of your day into bed, the rain sound helps you let it go. It provides a sense of closure, washing away the noise and complexities of waking life and preparing a clean slate for sleep. This deep connection also explains why other water sounds, like ocean waves or a babbling brook, work as sleep aids too. All these sounds share certain qualities. They're rhythmic, continuous, and represent the life-sustaining power of water. They're the sounds of a healthy, functioning natural world. In our often artificial and noisy modern lives, reconnecting with these fundamental sounds of nature can have a powerful grounding effect. It reminds our bodies and minds where we belong in the natural order, helping to restore a sense of balance and harmony that's so important for deep, truly restful sleep. In our search for better sleep, we often look for complicated solutions, from advanced medications to expensive gadgets. But honestly, one of the most effective and accessible remedies is as simple as the sound of rain falling from the sky. This natural symphony offers a powerful, multi-layered approach to improving our rest. It's a lullaby crafted by nature itself, perfectly tuned to the needs of the human brain. By understanding and embracing its benefits, we can unlock a deeper, more restorative kind of sleep that's so essential for our health and well-being. Sometimes, the path to a good night's rest really does begin with just listening to the weather. The magic of the rainfall symphony is in its steady, predictable rhythm. This gentle, non-threatening pattern signals safety to our brains, allowing us to let go of the hyper-vigilance of our waking lives. It helps slow our brain waves, guiding us away from the fast-paced chatter of a busy mind and toward the calm, slow rhythms that sleep requires. And this isn't just psychological comfort. It actually has a real physical effect, helping to lower our heart rate and slow our breathing, preparing the whole body for a night of deep, peaceful rest. It's like a natural pacemaker for a mind that needs to slow down. On top of that, the sound of rain acts as a protective shield, a blanket of pink noise that masks the unpredictable sounds of our modern world. From traffic and neighbors to the beeps and chimes in our own homes, there are so many noises that can disrupt our sleep. The constant, broad-spectrum sound of rain creates a consistent auditory environment, smoothing over these disturbances so they're less likely to wake us up. This is especially important when your sound source is ad-free, offering an unbroken promise of serenity that lets your mind fully surrender to sleep without fear of sudden interruptions. In the end, listening to the rain is more than just a sleep technique. It's a way to reconnect with the natural world. It taps into a deep, ancient relationship between humanity, water, and rest. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest things offer the most profound benefits. By creating a personal rain sanctuary, free from ads and distractions, we can harness this incredible power every single night. We can let the gentle, cleansing, and rhythmic sound of rain wash away our stress, protect us from disruption, and guide us gently into the deep, restorative sleep we all truly need.